Well, the FDA has voted to unanimously endorse a drug from Eli Lilly that could help slow the early progression of Alzheimer's. The medicine is called donanemab and would be the second Alzheimer's drug cleared in the United States, along with Leqembi from Biogen and its Japanese partner Eisai. Now, both drugs had modest results in trials, and the jury is still out on how effective these medications are in a real-world setting. Several advisors did note, however, that more data is needed on donanemab in Black and Hispanic patients, among other groups. And you know what they say about apples? An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, several programs across the country are prescribing produce to actually help with our health. Valerie Castro takes a look at the growing trend to combat diet-related illnesses.
Chard, kale, collards, mustard greens.
The desert Southwest provides a year-round climate for growing, fresh food to fuel a nutritious diet. But organic produce like this isn't always within reach.
We know that healthy, organic, locally grown food is often really expensive. And if it's only available to folks that can afford it, how will we ever really know the impacts on the folks who really need it?
Pivot Produce, run by Eric Stanford, sources the items from more than 30 various local gardens and growers. Pivot partners with the Fresh program here in Tucson, Arizona.
Our goal ultimately is to help prove to, maybe the clinic organization as a whole and to Medicaid nationally that when we provide things like food supplement, that we do have better health outcomes.
Holly Bryant is the dietitian director at El Rio Health, a federally qualified healthcare center where the Fresh program is helping 50 people as part of a National Institutes of Health funded study. Like the Fresh program, there are dozens of programs across the country, both federally and privately funded, prescribing produce for better health, like Fresh RX Oklahoma distributing food in Tulsa, or Food for Health in New York City, partnering with local farmers. All kinds of fresh produce from gardens like these will go to help adults who are both food insecure and struggling with type 2 diabetes.
It's a bit of a flip on the way we think about health and the way we think about how food impacts health.
Participants have their prescriptions filled every other week for 6 months. Jose Silva Peña has type 2 diabetes.
The food they gave me nourished me more. It helped me not take so many pills, not to inject myself. I see that my sugar is regulated.
¿Y qué comiste antes?
Beans like other Mexicans, and tortillas and things like that. Well, they raise your blood sugar. I can't eat very nutritious vegetables because they are more expensive.
A 2023 study found that if an estimated 6.5 million adults like Jose were prescribed produce for an average of 25 years, it could save nearly $40 billion in healthcare costs.
Just like they're going to pick up their medication, they can also pick up food. Again, that kind of food as medicine model, and that it does lessen the burden on the healthcare system.
Food as medicine for a future full of healthy possibilities. Valerie Castro, NBC News.
Will host a WellMed seminar. It's going to be held every second and fourth Wednesday through November for seniors, and there will be classes on Medicare, wellness, exercise, senior crafting, and so much more. The seminar is going to be held at the San Juan Memorial Library starting at 2 p.m. and it's free for you to attend. If you'd like more information, you can call the library. And Johnson & Johnson has agreed to pay $700 million to settle an investigation by 42 U.S. states in Washington, D.C. The investigations were over the marketing of baby powder and other products that contained talc. The settlement resolves charges that the company misled consumers into believing talc products were safe and did not contain cancer-causing ingredients. The settlement does not resolve thousands of individual lawsuits over talc products or a class action lawsuit accusing J&J of fraudulently hiding the truth about its talc products from shareholders. Now, last year, the company stopped selling talc-based baby powder globally and has since switched to cornstarch as the main ingredient.
Look around the coastal bend at our friends. Everybody now in the mid 70s to low 80s with actually mostly clear skies across the board. We got a little bit of haze going on down here, but so far we don't have any rain. We got a couple of showers and even a couple of thunderstorms there in the San Antonio area and then further to our north as well. But all in all, much of the state pretty quiet. We're going to see that change heading into next week. And believe it or not, we do have another chance for rain today. It's just real small. We're going to be in the 80s by the time we get to 8 a.m. for those who are even in the 70s. And then by the time we get to 10 to 11, we'll be back up into the 90s. So another pretty toasty day out there, 99 for the valley average high with isolated sprinkles. Yes, sprinkles. Of course, we could see a shower. I can't even rule out a very